Yummy. Yummy.
Common Good TV show. The Common Good TV show. Brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. Highlighting the good in the community. Hosted by Pastor. The Common Good Radio Show. The Common Good Radio Show. Brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. Highlighting the good in the community. Hosted by Pastor John McClain, Tucson's favorite family show.
All right, and welcome to the Common Good Radio Show. I'm your host, Ron Arenas, with my co-host, Ricky Williams.
Hey, guys.
Is he turned on over there?
Oh, I don't know.
There he
Check,
is.
check, check.
All
All right.
He's here. He's here with us. Ricky Williams, how you doing?
Great, man. Great.
Good, good. Pastor John's taking some well-deserved time off, and so he let us sit in. So this is the first show of the new year, 2025, and today we have with us Piper Family Painting. We have both James and Nicole. Welcome, welcome.
Hey there. Thank you guys for having me back.
Yeah, thank you for letting me be here. This is exciting.
Whole family affair.
That's right.
That's
Piper
how-
Family Painting.
How we do it every day.
That's right. That's how you run your business. So I'm glad that we're honored to have you guys here with us.
Thank you, Ron.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah.
a pleasure coming back and talking to you guys. And it's certainly fun to have my partner in everyday life and in business along here with
Yeah,
me.
yeah. And you guys do so well together. I mean, we see you guys everywhere.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's awesome.
We really try and work together as a team because you can't have anything without a team.
That's
so,
right.
We
That's
really
right.
try and make that the most important thing of our day.
Yeah. So Nicole,
Yeah.
tell us about Piper Family Painting.
Well, Piper Family Painting is basically a project, a baby, if you will, from my husband and I. We have a little boy with special needs, and so a lot of our time was being devoted to other people by
Right.
having full-time jobs, and not enough to our family and to what Gabe needed from us. So we landed here in Tucson, and it just made sense. It made sense for us to spend our time on something that's for our family instead of separate ventures that would help the house.
Yeah. Love
So
it.
making it a family project, a family affair, it's been really exciting and really fun, and we're just really happy that this is the community that we are able to do it in.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you guys landed here. You've been here a couple years now, I think.
This is going on our third year here.
Third year. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's great. The first couple of years, we just kind of get a feel for it, but we knew this was home. So
Yeah.
it took us a year to really get our feet, formally entrenched in the community.
Right.
And that's when we opened up Piper Family Painting. I'm a 35-year painter. Been painting my entire life, and Nicole and I have been running our business together for 10 years, which started in Chicago
Okay.
and moved to Florida and has relocated here to Tucson, and we're up and going now strong for almost 2 years.
Wow. Such different climates. I mean, Florida and Chicago and Tucson are three opposite
Totally.
climates at all.
I
Yeah.
love to watch the snow from Arizona and Chicago. I think it's fantastic.
Yep, and the humidity can stay in Florida. I'll take the heat.
Yeah. There's no hurricanes here. There's no snowstorms or blizzards.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
biggest thing we have to worry about is monsoon, and oh my gosh,
Yes.
we grew up with tornadoes, so we got
Ah, okay. Yeah, you definitely, especially painting, you have to plan your day through the monsoons. I'm sure
Totally.
that you guys start really early during the summer.
During the summertime, we do. So this is actually a good topic. Right now, we're using a paint that I like to use at this time of the year. All right,
Mhm.
it's got a Climate Flex technology. All right, it's through Sherwin-Williams, and it allows us to paint at like 35 degrees.
Oh,
which is,
wow.
yeah, which is very, very low.
Yeah.
and it allows us to paint at like 120.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's perfect for this time of the year because there's a gigantic flex. I get up
Yeah.
in the morning, leave for work, it's 35 degrees.
Right.
By the time we're up and working on the job site, it's almost 80.
Yeah.
Right. So we need a product that is not so affected by the by the shift in temperatures. And Sherwin-Williams have a product that was perfect for. What was the name of that product?
It's
Nicole?
Latitude, and not only can you apply it in those extreme temperatures, but it applies evenly in those extreme
Oh,
temperatures. So
okay.
Wow.
it'll start applying, 35 degrees,
Yeah.
you'll have the same coverage at 80 degrees. So it
So
looks
it's not
really
getting like
smooth.
thicker or thinner.
Exactly. So,
depending
you know,
on
because
the temperature.
it gets a little cold, gets a little
Right.
thick, harder to apply, it looks a little more spotty, and
Yeah.
this stuff kind of keeps it looking really smooth. So
It's perfect for Tucson. We've been busy trying to spread the word. Even if you're not using Piper Family paint, this is a great paint to paint on the outside of your house.
Sherwin-Williams Latitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be 35 in the morning in the shade, and in the same area, the sun's beaming on it.
Tell me
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
Doubles to the temperature.
Yeah, I love it. I'm not complaining one bit. But you got to know what you're working with. You
Yeah.
know, you got to know what products to bring to the table so that you can have some success during those swings.
And we have such a intense UV sun in this area. Just it beats up the paint, especially for those houses that have the south exposure or the west exposure. Tell us a little bit about how you can maybe help that paint job last a little bit longer.
Quality of paint is huge.
Okay.
And application is really, really big.
Yeah.
Spraying is really popular. It's a really popular technique in order to get, the outside of your home painted, but it doesn't necessarily give you the coverage that you need for a quality paint job.
Right.
So sometimes you need to do a couple coats, and even
Yeah.
if there's always a good, better, best product line wherever you go, whether it's Benjamin Moore or Dunn Edwards or Sherwin-Williams, there's always a good, better, and best. So whatever you do, you want to make sure that you're applying it, pretty heavy.
Yeah.
If you're spray painting it, you might want to do 2 coats,
Okay.
or you might want to do 2 coats and use a roller as a kind of a backup. They call that a back roll. All right.
I've seen that. I've seen
Yeah.
that out there. Yeah.
That's usually the equivalent to 2 coats. If you can spray, you got 2 guys going, 1 guy spraying, 1 guy right behind you with a roller, and that's 2
Ah.
coats. That's fantastic coverage, and it's maximum protection on the substrate. In that case, would be your home.
Okay.
And then another tip, you always want to add a little bit of a sheen. Okay. Yes, you don't want your house shiny. So we're not suggesting you go with, satin or semi-gloss, but the sheen will help repel some of the weather
Oh, really?
from your home. So, the monsoons, it'll help
Yeah.
kind of keep that rain off your house. It's dusty, dirty. Some of that will fall right off. So you have a better chance of
So
just
yeah.
protecting your space. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of a little bit slick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the more sheen, the harder the surface is.
Oh.
So you go from flat, which has no waterproofing agent in it. That's
Yeah.
that's pretty soft, waterproofed paint. If you go to the next up would be an eggshell. So it's
Okay.
a little shiny, got some washability, but still kind of matte a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the further you go up in sheens, you go up to a semi-gloss. That's really hard. If you go up to a
Oh.
gloss, that's really, really hard.
Okay.
So a gloss is not always ideal for the outside of your house.
Yeah.
But I would sometimes, in certain situations, depending on where your house would sit, I might recommend you put a gloss on your fascia and your soffits. All right, because
Ah.
it's going to protect
Really?
it a heck of a lot longer. All right.
And then the
Yeah.
wood won't dry out.
And then the wood won't dry out as
Yeah.
quick because it's that extra layer of waterproofing that just
Right.
kind of saves it from the weather.
Yeah, that is a huge problem. Is the fascia? It seems like you're always having to paint the fascia.
They rot. Yep,
Yeah.
like crazy.
Yep.
Most of the times, that's the bigger issue. Piper Family Painting recently has just started actually doing a little bit of carpentry work as well too, so that we
okay.
can repair some of that fascia.
Yeah.
And do it ourselves instead of bringing in an outside entity
Well, that's
to
good.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of it is pretty simple to the point, and we can't paint it if it's rotted. So we want to be able to fix it
That's
first,
true,
so
yeah.
that we can put a nice prime coat on it and then get it top coated really nice.
Yeah.
So
That-
I have an old house, and I have all kinds of trim inside of every one of those windows. So what you're saying is I need a little bit more of a gloss in there.
Yeah, it's.
And you're
save
going to
it.
come and you're going to fix all my windows too, right?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
we'll
that's
come
what I
out.
need.
We'll take care of
That's what I'm
everything.
talking
for you. You got those old windows with the glazing in it?
Oh man, everything. Yep.
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 Wow,
I've got leaded glass. It's all dripping down, and it's
yeah, Ricky has a 100-year-old house.
Oh, that's right up our
It's
alley.
got to be beautiful.
That
Yeah,
sounds
it-
fun.
it was. I have pictures of it from a little bit before 1895,
Wow.
but the
He's the original owner.
yeah, right, yeah. Actually, the great granddaughter of the guy who built the house. So it was built by Lyman Wakefield, who's the 13th
Oh.
sheriff of Pima County.
Okay.
Wow.
But his great great granddaughter came by. Actually, the other day, my wife talked to her, and she said her great grandmother was born in the house in 1883. So the house is a little older than I thought, even. So
That is really
Wow.
awesome. That's a lot of
Wow.
history there.
And he needs a lot of painting.
Well, I'd love to come and talk about it. You know?
And in fact, we worked on some historical homes in Florida that were part of the historical district that we had to take special precautions with because it can only be
You can only do certain things,
can only do
right?
a certain
There's
things and
restrictions.
No
it's done a certain
kidding.
way.
Yeah.
We actually worked at Fort Clinch. It's on a little island, Amelia Island, and they had big, heavy historical restrictions. And we painted the 2 jailhouses that were part of the entire fort, which sat right on the St. Mary's River. It's beautiful,
Wow.
beautiful, and it was really cool, historic with that project we were able to work on.
So everybody in Tucson who's got all the weights inside these windows, do you guys take apart windows then, or?
No, we don't take apart windows. We don't deal with the old weighted windows. I will paint them.
Yeah.
I will de-paint them. A lot of times they were painted shut. Right?
Yeah,
Back
oh,
in the
yeah.
day. I could de-paint them, right? And we can get them loose. They can go up and down. But if you needed them repaired, you'd have to bring in an old timer that knows
Okay.
how to work those old weighted windows.
But you'll repair the window itself if there's little areas that need to be.
But
So,
did the
so
glazing.
the glazing, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We could repair the glazing.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
Well, tell us how people can get a hold of Piper Family Painting.
You can check out our brand new remodeled website, www.piperfamilypainting.com. And of course, always on Facebook and Instagram at Piper Family Painting.
Fantastic. And what areas of town do you guys go in?
We are based out of Marana,
Okay.
but we go from Marana to Oro Valley. We've gone out to Saddlebrook, Tucson for sure,
Yeah.
Sarita.
down to Vail and Sarita and Green Valley. So
Fantastic.
if you have a painting project, you just have questions about a painting project, please reach out to us because we're more than happy to just answer everyday questions you may have too.
That's right.
All right. And one more time, how do people get a hold of you?
www.piperfamilypainting.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for
guys.
having us.
Thanks,
I really
guys.
appreciate it.
We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Common Good TV show. The Common Good TV show. Brought to you by Veteran Rescue Mission. Highlighting the good in the community. Hosted by Pastor John McClain, Tucson's favorite family show.